Trails Z420. That will be over on Randomizer. That's at 3 o'clock. Homer J Smash versus I'm a Sonic 9:30 here on Speed Gaming 2. DM 1184 versus Sparkover. That's on Speed Gaming 3. We are underway. There's the Wood Sword pickup. And we'll get these two runners into sync real soon, and we'll head on over to level 3. What do you think is at level 3?
I'm going to say level 9 this time.
That would be horrible, but you see Dr. Blue taking care of this Guria for a chance for some bombs. Comes up empty. We get level 8 at 3 this time around.
Alright, I was close. One off.
Yeah, but this time we are able to explore this level 8. And there's Ellendar coming into level 8, does the up and A to restore the health. Rupee boss inside of this room. Now, this could be a real fun room to end up getting some extra rupees, but unfortunately, Dr. Blue has already gone through the staircase. Ellendar's going to go through the staircase too, because what you could do is you could do an up and A and rupee grind, and it wouldn't take that long. He's rolled up high, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, the seed looked like it was going to start off better with the first boss being that rupee boss, but we see, again, the first item we get is a boomerang.
Not a bad item to find, because you can kill things with it. Unfortunately, you can't kill these gels with it, and we also found out that the keys rolled up to +2 as well. Oh, look at that Triforce location. Very top right corner of this level 8. Wizrobe's inside of this 8 as well. Oh, Wizrobe's rolled high again. They're +1. They're 5 HP.
Yeah. Oh, and there's our first death.
Yeah, there's Dr.
Wizrobe's
Blue
not
picking
playing
up.
nice.
Oh no! We have Wizrobes and Lionels together. That is horrible. And this is a drop room too.
Ooh,
Or a
okay, he
potential
gets
drop
through.
room. It is a transport staircase, but that still could be a drop room. Keep an eye on that. This might not be a level 8 you want to spend too long in, considering what enemies are inside of this. When you get Wizrobes and Lionels in the same dungeon, that is never any fun. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. Do you see, though, where that transport staircase popped the mountain?
Yeah,
to?
top
The
left
complete
corner.
opposite.
And we have
opposite
ourselves
direction where he wanted to go.
a potential of a ladder block right here setting up, but that was just really close. A couple of really close moments where Dr. Blue could have just took a death right there.
Yeah, or banana pan off.
This room. Now he's going to do an up and A. I'm surprised he didn't try bombing, but he wants to save his bombs for upcoming things. Ellendar is inside this red Lionel room, and Dr. Blue's going to grab our secret. The mid-secret this time is 33.
A little cheaper than last time, but it's still higher than vanilla.
Korea's in the overworld, and that's going to be difficult only because of their low health situation at this point. And this is a nasty room that Ellendar is in. Good decision by Dr. Blue, getting out of this level 8. We find 3 at 1. And more Wizrobes, and more Lionels, and a magic boomerang on the floor.
Wow. Okay, then. I guess the bananas are out in force today. They are tired of getting left around, so they've decided they've heard us commentators. So they've learned if they want to get picked up, you got to show up early.
Nice clock drop for Ellendar, by the way.
Always nice to get a clock drop when you're low on health with beefy enemies.
Yeah, it's just a shame that had not have a drop. That would have been a really good drop to have. Case getting 2 HP. There's the Triforce. Dr. Blue said, yep, I'm picking this up.
Yeah, I think he's key-locked, maybe.
That's the other reason why you're picking this up.
Nice. Ellendar had a lot of luck in that black floored room, so he's gonna try to take on these blue Lionels here.
Gotta be careful. I mean, this can set up for a lot of problems and takes a hug from a Lionel. That is a death. Dr. Blue is investigating the shops, and blue ring is 236. That came into play in the first game between these two. And that's the wand! Nice Armos item.
Very nice find. Automatically doubling, if not tripling, your offense if you can manage to swing both the wand and the wood sword at the same time. Pretty easy trick.
So Dr. Blue picking up his 33 rupees from here. We'll check the cave over to the left, and that will be the category C shop. Will this be where the candle is once again? Yes, it is. 58. Also, dark nuts are in the overworld as well. And Ellendar back into this room. Trying to tackle this room. Potential of a drop. Maybe. Does have a key, which is something that Dr. Blue did not. Nice use of the boomerang for Ellendar to get into that staircase, because that could have been very, very disastrous. Finding out that the keys do not get killed by use of the boomerang, however. We find level 2 up at 6, and immediately there's a tea room. Now, there's no reason for you to ladder clip through that, so there's a different way that requires you to get to the other side of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the keys not only don't die to the boomerang, they don't get stunned by the boomerang either.
That's just evil. There's a key for Dr. Blue. And we see what appears to be Tektites and Gibdos all together in perfect harmony inside of this dungeon. There's the map to 2. So we knew that you were going to have to probably get some bomb to the south because of the tea room. And there is a dig dogger. But on a winding path and no bombs, Dr. Blue is going to say no. Ellendar still in this level 8, takes another death. Now, how long does Ellendar stay in this dungeon? That is it. We're going to go ahead and leave right now. We have seen races come down to how long a runner spends in a dungeon. If you spend way too long in a dungeon and get very little progress for it, it can really come into play. High secret, 136.
Ooh, very nice. Laws approved.
Ellendar popping to level 1. We'll see that it's level 3. HUD clip for Dr. Blue. Trying to get himself to the other side of the screen. Recorder is ladder blocked.
Interesting. So we'll need to grab that.
So we will need to find the ladder at some point in time. We do know that the recorder will not be, or rather the ladder will not be under Recorder Lake this time around.
Speaking
Level
of
7's at
Recorder
8.
Lake,
8.
an immediate Triforce. Let's see if he jumps back in. Unfortunately, no bombs to bomb any of those walls.
You guys are gonna grab and go. And this could be losing game 1 and deciding to take some chances.
Well, he does know he'll be back there for the recorder eventually. The only troll would be if the recorder's in that level 7. And there's another troll.
That's unfortunate there. Dr. Blue taking a death before he can step into level 2. Or what is that level 2 that is?
Away with your weapon. I mean you no harm.
Ellendar gonna pick up his wand here.
Yep. And also, Dr. Blue is going to go ahead and use the advantage of the bombs he had just picked up to pick up a couple of heart containers before going over towards the level 2 area once again. Ellendar is going to go ahead and pick up the wand. Now, one bomb for Ellendar is going to weigh into the mindset here of into the mindset of Ellendar. Dr. Blue is going to go into level 2 at this point, not go into what is level 7, despite now having a nearly full array of bombs.
Now, one thing I noticed from Dr. Blue as opposed to Ellendar from the last game is he definitely grabs those secrets, gets them early. You know, if he has in his mind that, you know, I might really need some bombs, I should find where they are, find out how much they are, get enough money to buy them if I need it.
Oh, Wizrobes and Lionels again, this time in level 1. A Mugger Room. And Dr. Blue is going to say no to that.
And there's our first map.
Yeah, level 2's got the level 1 second quest appearance with a couple of amendments towards it. Heart container, first item in 1. As we play the Find the Bomb Hole game. And yo! Hey, Blue Wizrobes, say hi!
No, thank you. And we got bunnies over there on Ellendar's side on level 2.
Yeah, the Gibdo-Tektite set also has bunnies in here. That's a great addition. So we've got a whole bunch of wows. And I'm interested in seeing this third enemy set. This third enemy set could be a very easy, very soft enemy set if it decides that it's going to take the leftovers.
Where will that enemy set be dropped into?
I have no idea, but there is a ladder block right there that's going to keep us away from 6 different rooms. And Dr. Blue is going to try to get through this 8 Wizrobe room, maybe see if there's a bomb wall to the south. There is not. And just going around, spending away his bombs, getting tackled 3 times, dead. I would just walk away from this at this point in time. Hope to find something better up on top of the Lost Hills, because that is going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, it does look like Dr. Blue might be headed that direction to the Lost Hills. Ellendar, on the other hand, is going to climb up the mountain.
They did get 1 heart container out of level 1. That's the only thing we have seen so far inside of level 1.
Yep, and I believe his other heart container was from the Takenny Cave.
Yep, that was the other one from the Takenny that was down on the coast. He's going to go ahead and pick up this large secret over here. Maybe consider picking up the ladder as well. Or not the ladder, the letter. Ellendar is going up the mountain. Wants to see what is at the level 9 spot here on Spectacle Rock.
And Dr. Blue's going to max out his wallet, throwing a couple rupees there on the ground.
I think at this point, Dr. Blue is fully invested in wanting to get a blue ring. Not only just because of what just happened in the first seed, but also the idea that we're talking, youch. This is not turning into a friendly combat seed whatsoever.
Oh,
Spends the bomb,
Blue
misses it just a little bit when he wanted to get the monocle rock. We see bunnies in this first room of level 6. What do we got at the white sword item? Maybe this is a free red ring.
Let's say vanilla white sword.
Maybe this is a vanilla white sword. Why did those bombs got pushed in and it's a book?
Aw, yuck. He is going to take Sean Connery's advice. He's not going to burn that book up.
That's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate for Dr. Blue. Really wanted to get those bombs before he ended up going into that cave. Now he's walking up this mountain. He's got none. 4, 5, or 9. That's the levels we have left. And it's 5. At 5,
Okay.
that's
So,
actually a
level
pretty good find at
9
this point.
Yeah,
So
level 9 is
recorder
blocked by either the recorder or the raft.
4 and 9 are blocked by the recorder and raft at this point. Youngsters these days don't pick up the book like they used to.
No, where's Lizzie at?
Dr. Blue, finding out that this is a transport staircase, wants to stick his efforts down here on the southern part of this level 5. There is some Pole's voice in this level 5. There's a red ring on the floor in level 5. That's a nice find. And there's the other item. It's the raft.
Nice.
In the same room. And now this will make those Lionel / Darknut or Lionel / Wizrobe dungeons a little more tolerable. Okay, there's moblins together, Pole's Voice. The Pole's Voice are the enemies that are going to be between multiple dungeons.
So, Monocle Rock trolling both Dr. Blue and Ellendar. Dr. Blue just missing his bomb placement. Ellendar got the placement, just died right outside before grabbing his take-in.
But did the bomb explode?
It did. The cave
So
was
that
open.
is the better... I mean, taking the death is an unfortunate circumstance no matter what. But at least if you're going to take the death, have the bomb explode first. Now, this is a transport staircase. And it takes us to another section of this level 5. So this is a segmented level 5. And we find ourselves with a dig dugger. And a potential drop room and 2 shutter doors. That will be the end of the exploration inside of level 5 for Dr. Blue at this point in time. I'm surprised he didn't try to kill the gorillas that are just outside that dungeon trying to get some bombs out of his 0. Because it looks like Dr. Blue is making a pathway over towards level 9. And 0 bombs means 0 chances of getting inside what is level 6.
Hey, but look at this. We have some red dark nuts right here.
Thankfully, he's deciding to kill these and does get a bomb drop. There we go. I'm glad he did realize his bomb situation before we get too deep into this walk up the mountain. At Aranda Creek, August 40th here with you on game number 2 of this best of 3. Ellendar took game number 1. Dr. Blue walking into this level 6. We do see the bunnies in here, just like we did in Ellendar's case a little bit ago. Ellendar picking up the wooden arrows. Because now we know that the Pole's Voice are communal enemies. That can actually be a very good purchase, considering the fact that Pole's Voice will inhibit 2 of the 3 enemy groups.
But as I mentioned earlier, thinks about the money a little bit differently. I saw him walk right past one of those large secrets earlier.
Maybe just trying not to overfill the wallet and hold on to those for later trips down this road. Ellendar pops into level 1. Gonna be very unhappy to see the Lionels in here. That's like, what is this? 3 dungeons now? You're gonna throw these things at me?
Bunnies aren't terrible. It doesn't look like they've rolled incredibly high with the wand and the wood sword damage.
Bow and 6!
And the bow! Blocked by some bunnies.
That was the room that Ellendar had to know about. It got tired of trying to deal with that room, and so therefore said no.
Wow, so awesome find for Dr. Blue. Turning it around from last game. Bow in hand, red ring in hand, and 1 Triforce ahead.
Oh no, Ellendar did get the bow. It does have the arrows.
Are those the silver arrows?
No, those are regular arrows. Ellendar just purchased the regular arrows.
Oh, Ellendar got. Okay, nice. Right.
So Ellendar did get the
bow from those
bow out of
bunnies.
6. Did finish off those. I did not think Ellendar finished off that room. I know that one bunny was trying its best not to get killed. Dr. Blue finding out that level 9 was on the raft location, so level 4 is going to be at the Recorder Lake this time around.
All right, so where is that ladder? Ladder and silver arrows are items that are outstanding.
And it could very well be in this level 1. Because this level 1 is going to be combat heavy. And Dr. Blue with a full wallet at this point in time. Also, red ring. This could make level 1 a little more Dr. Blue's style at this stage. Considering the fact that we have to deal with these guys. And we're seeing a third HUD clip here from Dr. Blue to save himself a little bit of time as he walks around here. Nice use of the HUD clip, by the way.
Yeah, does that very smoothly. Obviously, something he's practiced.
Yeah, Dr. Blue is definitely an extraordinary vanilla speedrunner of this game, is one of those runners that are in the cusp of going to the sub 30 level. And, definitely knows how to combat. You can't be somebody in that 30 range without knowing a thing or two about how to combat.
Like Ellendar now making his way over to Casino Corner.
The only thing I don't like about Dr. Blue at this point is the fact that he only had 2 bombs going in. But he's going to try to tackle this room as much as he can. He's got 5 hits, now make it 4 more hits that he can take to these whiz robes at this point with the red ring on. Of course, these enemies can perhaps drop some hearts. They can drop a fairy on the 4 on the count as well.
Fairy on 4.
3 hits left. 2 hits left. Now you start to panic. You start to worry just a little bit.
Yeah, when do you maybe jump back through that hole to save the room?
Ooh, at this point you want to think about maybe doing that. Down to 1 heart, and that's going to be cornered in death there for Dr. Blue, which will wipe out all of the progress that he does. Because in a room like that, with 8 blue whiz robes, you can take a death. But unfortunately, if you leave the room and come back in, you save the progress. He did not. Therefore, all 8 blue whiz robes will remain.
And you only managed to take out 3 of them anyway. So,
yeah, but that still would have been 3 less that you'd have to deal with. Gets a fairy drop here. Trying to get some bombs. Get some bombs. So he's at 6 on his global counter now with that fairy coupled with a bomb drop. Ellendar is inside level 5, takes the transport staircase over to the other side, which is just near where this red ring is. Back in level 1, with some bombs in hand. Here we go. 4 bombs back into here, full health, can take 9 hits safely from these blue whiz robes that are pretty much gating this entire level 1. Trying to get as much as he can. Gets a fairy drop.
Very nice bomb placement.
And that's the big thing about it, is that you want to try to maximize the damage output that you're going to have from these bomb placements. Ellendar continues to search up this level 5. Will be extremely happy to find the red ring, considering what we've found so far inside of this second seed of this game. 3 hearts remain. That's the Triforce room! Oh!
Wow.
Now you have 6 rooms you can go into. That includes the staircases before you have to do that room again. So that's going to probably play in the mind. Plus the fact that there's that shutter door. This is room number 2. Also a death will reset that Triforce room as well. Using the half tile here to save himself from the Lionel beams.
And this is probably one of the best rooms to fight these guys on.
This is not. He took a few bad bops right there because he got himself into bad placements here with these blue Lionels. Now gets himself a key for that. So that's 2 rooms. He's got 3 more rooms he can safely go into before that blue Wizrobe room respawns. There's a heart container. That's the second drop of this level 1. So we're just looking for the staircase item now. It's not going to be here. This is 4. Now the choice. What do you do? This is going to be 5. There is your map.
I think he's gonna maybe opt to clear out those Wizrobes.
And he's going to continue to search for these rooms. So that means that blue Wizrobe room is now going to respawn when he comes back in. There's the staircase.
And Ellendar grabbing his raft.
And it's a triple heart 1.
Lots of love. Unfortunately, not the items we're looking for.
And so without any bombs, Dr. Blue is doing the right thing. He's not going to even chance this. He's going to get some more bombs, and then he's going to come back in for the Triforce.
Oh yeah, there's no way you're cleaning out that room with just a wood sword, even with the red ring, without some bombs. I suppose it's possible, but...
Ellendar using the wooden arrows to clear out this room just a little bit. Gets rewarded with a key for their decision at this point in time.
Almost 27 minutes in, and both these runners kind of low on keys.
Ellendar saving out of this, having picked up both of the items, gonna go without any bombs in hand, track on down somewhere else as Dr. Blue goes back into level 7, having grabbed the Triforce out of here, 1 room in. So it's going to be very interesting if this 7 turns out to have a required item like the silvers or the ladder that we know is going to be required. Trying to stick to the half tiles against these blue Lionels, which will allow him to avoid some of these beams. But this is nice, the fact that these blue Lionels were lumping together, increasing the damage output that your wand is doing. Instead of hitting just 1 for 2 HP, you're hitting multiples. And that is a disgusting looking 7. That's a helicopter, like one of those toy helicopter type things.
That's a mighty ugly shape of level 7. What does that mean for level 8?
At least 3 segments. That 8's going to be in 3 segments. Guaranteed 3 segments. Maybe even more. That is going to be a disgusting 8 when we get back into it. Because 8's going to be the almost complete inverse of level 7. And I can at least count 3 segments right away. One bomb. Troll Dongo. This is where you want Dodongo to be. Your best friend eats the bomb!
Aww. What is our bomb-dropping enemy in this dungeon?
Right now, just Dodongos. And Ellendar's going to go ahead and grab this Triforce as well, being out of bombs at this point.
Well, it does look like we have some blue Octoroks right outside. That's the bomb drop.
Yep. So there's the bombs right there for Dr. Blue. Ellendar hoping to get lucky with some bomb drops as well. Leaves the dungeon, resets the room. It looks like Dr. Blue now is getting ready to go back into level 1 to face off against those Wizrobes once more time. By the way, you asked about what the bomb-dropping enemies inside this dungeon are. It's going to be the Lionels and the Red Wizrobes.
our favorite.
Here we go. Dr. Blue, full of life, 7 hearts. Gets a couple of, that was a nice 12 damage bomb right there. And gets only 2 of them that time. That was unfortunate bombing right there for Dr. Blue. But he's got them down. At least some of them are weakened. Continuing to try to get these guys tackled on. Hoping maybe to get a heart drop or 2. As he's starting to get down to 2.5. Make it 3.5 hearts after that heart drop. Gonna have to start being careful now that you're down to 2 hearts. And he is gonna play a little more safer, a little less aggressive here, now down to 1.5 hearts. Nice use of the half tiles against the Wizrobes. But now here's the beeping. Going to amend his strategy just a little bit. Just stick around with the half tiles. Take care of them one at a time.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen, Ellendar
Ladders at 7!
Ooh. Also found a bomb upgrade here. He's at 13 bombs.
Ladder being the floor drop in 7. That is bad news for Dr. Blue.
Yeah, he does not seem interested in jumping back in there. Yep.
Saves out of that area. So he's not going back into 7. He doesn't have any bombs. And it was the bomb wall that got Ellendar to the prize. Also, getting this bomb upgrade definitely helped. Trying to see if there's anything in this room, a room drop perhaps. Dr. Blue back into level 8, now with a little more information about this 8. Knowing that he had seen the map to this level 8 will give him some good decisions on what he needs to do in this dungeon. He knows pretty much where he can go if he does remember the shape to level 7. Ellendar using the bomb, going over here to the right-hand room. Turns out to be nothing. How huge is that ladder?
That ladder is gigantic.
Yeah.
Because now Ellendar is just looking for the silver arrows.
Yep.
Which, of course, could be a 9.
They could be a 9. They could also be in one of these staircases in level 7. We know there's going to be another staircase in this level 7 that has the item, because we've already seen the transport staircase, and this is a fully connected level 7.
Well, if the silvers are in here, that puts Ellendar in go mode at just 2 Triforces, so that's very good news for him.
Yeah. You don't have to step foot back into level 3, which you grab the Triforce out of. You can pretty much just completely annihilate level 6 when you get in there, just looking for the Triforce. Dr. Blue trying to tackle this room. We know it was not going to be a drop here based on what we saw from Ellendar earlier. Nice use of the bomb, knowing that you had 2 packs standing on the floor. Ellendar bombing to the north, which was unfortunate, seeing that empty spot, which can never be an empty spot in shapes. There's the blue Wizrobes there in this level 7. This is going to be called Wizrobe Hell, this seed.
Wizrobes today, I think it was triple Dodongos from yesterday.
Getting mixed enemies that shoot projectiles at you is never any fun. Good job with Ellendar clearing out those Wizrobes here. If I'm Ellendar at this point, I am getting myself trying to get to the north so I don't have to deal with those 3 blue Wizrobes. Once I clear out these Dodongos first, in case this is a drop room. See Dr. Blue trying to finish off this room. Red Ring definitely going to make this a whole lot easier. We've yet to see the floor drop, and we know where the Triforce is. That's the map to 8. That is actually a double segment. I would have thought this was going to be a triple segmented looking at that map from Ellendar, but there's that one room that connects it all.
Right hand side of it kind of looks like a
And you can
hand
see-
trying to pinch something.
You can see where 7 connects into 8, just looking at these 2 side by side. Ellendar, taking a death in level 8, has chosen to leave. It is a double segmented level 8. If it is blocked off by a wall, well, then it's still going to be a double segmented 8. But at least in that case, we know what is going on with this dungeon. There'll be 2 pairs of transport staircases inside of this level.
Ellendar in level 1. We know what's in store for him here. He's going to leave this level, hopefully with the Triforce in hand, but almost certainly a little bit healthier.
Ellendar cleaning up this blue wizrobe room. Has the bombs to do so. Nice centered bombing right here.
The bomb upgrade paying off in dividends.
Yep. And good thoughtful decision here to hold on to 3 bombs in this case, because you never know what the next room's going to have. You don't want to overspend your bombs. Like, you can get yourself used to a position of spending a whole magnitude of bombs on enemies, and then find out, oh, I spent more than I can do. Whoops.
Yeah, at least you want to hold on to 1, and worst case scenario, you try to force a count.
Absolutely. Another key drop there for Dr. Blue, up to 3. Ellendar's got 5 keys. I can't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
I can't hear you. Nice clock drop for Ellendar. And you've got to think that at this point, Dr. Blue is taking risks more because he's got to win this game to stay alive in the tournament versus Ellendar, who's got a game in hand and probably can take this a little more relaxed. So Ellendar's going to make the same path that Dr. Blue is, and you can't fault these runners for taking the path that they are. They're trying to avoid the key doors, because the thing with key doors is you want to hold on to your item management, because sometimes you don't, and it comes back to haunt you.
At level 9 could just be chock full of key doors, and without that any key, you could run into a whole mess of trouble.
Dr. Blue back in level 3. I'll address the comments I'm seeing in chat by a certain somebody shortly. Still looking for a silver arrows. That is the item that will get us into Triforce and Go mode. There's the third heart container coming up here for Ellendar once he finishes off of this room.
Here is heart number 3, I believe, for Ellendar.
So the unfortunate thing about this is that Ellendar is going to get back to this Triforce room, and he's going to find out that this room has replenished because he's gone too many rooms in. As I mentioned just a little bit ago, you have 6 rooms you can go through once you clear out a room before a room repopulates.
13 bombs. It's going to be much, much easier, as we saw already. The first trip around,
Yeah.
he didn't have much problems.
Yeah, it was more of a thing that what Ellendar should have done in that case was do an up and A and get himself back to start in order to just go back into that room, because you're not replenishing any hearts in that regards. Yeah, there's the heart container in 3. That is the staircase, and that completes our ensemble here. Ellendar taking a death inside of this level 1 here into that 8 blue wizrobe room.
So where does Dr. Blue head from here?
I'm going to guess at this point in time Dr. Blue would want to go, and I'm trying to figure out based on his movement, up, down, left, right, go up. Are we doing the Konami code?
No, I don't think Konami had anything to do with any Zelda game.
A nice bombing there from Ellendar to finish off and get the Triforce. I was wondering if what Dr. Blue was going to do is go back to level 2, which is at 1Q6. But maybe he's thinking, I want to get at least another heart before I go there, because then I can guarantee myself at least a chance of the magical sword. It's only a 20% chance, but that would be better than 0% chance that he has right now.
That's true. He might just also want an extra 4 hearts for that blue wizard room in 1. Or maybe he's picking up a potion.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point in time Dr. Blue picks up the raft. He's got 255 rupees, so if he really wants the potion, just grab the letter and go purchase one at this point. Synchronicity
And wow, high five.
going up the raft as they both will go inside this cave. So you see Dr. Blue, he lined up to the right. He was going to pick up that heart. Ellendar, only at 7 hearts, has opted to go for the potion in this regards. But only 53 rupees. He has not picked up the 100 secrets.
Nope. I think he picked up the one in Casino Corner. It's like, I don't know if Ellendar has been over to the White Sword Cave yet.
That will be the next step for Ellendar. Actually, Ellendar, I would have to assume at this point has been, because Ellendar did go into level 5 earlier. Dr. Blue's back in 7.
That's good news.
It is extremely good news at this point. And his attempts to get this troll Dongo will go ahead, get a key for his efforts, pick up the bombs, which will soon become not quite the best idea, because hey, here you go. Here is a bomb upgrade. 93 rupees for the bomb upgrade.
And he has plenty to purchase the second bomb upgrade.
And there is the ladder for Dr. Blue. We did not see the staircase item, so maybe we might see that from Dr. Blue as we move throughout this level 7. Here it is!
Wow.
1 room north.
What? Unless that was a transport?
He wants the recorder first.
His dig dogger senses must be tingling.
I am waiting to see what that was about.
Yeah,
Maybe he thought that was a transport. I don't know. That was interesting.
We'll definitely have to ask him about that later.
Yeah, because we never saw the staircase item. That could very well be the silver arrows. He can record it back to 7 if he needs to. And maybe that is a good idea. And I just want to say a comment here from Belutta earlier, our tracker, and also my opponent for Monday and Tuesday night, mentioning that maybe I should go slow and loose through my matches coming up on those 2 days. We'll see about it, buddy. I ain't making any guarantees of how I'm playing on Sunday or on Monday and Tuesday.
Just make sure you get plenty of sleep the night before, and remember to drink plenty of water.
Oh, hell with that. I'm just going to go ahead and get 1 hour sleep. Dr. Blue wants this magical sword. Can he pick it up on 20% chance?
Oh,
This is
they're
a
picking
nasty
up
looking 5.
Yeah, I was about to say,
sword, not
finds that
10.
map.
Now it's going to go into level 2. We have not seen either of the items inside of this level 2. So Dr. Blue may be playing with the strategy at this point of getting these items. There's the other bomb upgrade in level 5. But maybe Dr. Blue is playing with the mindset of, I want to be able to clear out these dungeons that I have to go back into. See if the silvers are going to be here. That might be the mindset at this point.
Also, that one game behind, so might be taking a few more risks.
Yeah, and that might be the other part of it. But knows that he does need to finish this dungeon off, get this Triforce out of here. Kills this Dig Dagger. Dig Dagger drops a 5 rupee. Gonna save his bomb, but he's gonna have to spend a bomb in one of these rooms. There's just Triforce for Ellendar.
So that's Triforce number 4 for Ellendar, taking that Triforce lead.
And now the big question is, once again, is where are the silver arrows? And Ellendar did not check the white sword. This is surprising. I would have thought that Ellendar had checked this while in the level 5 Insanity earlier when they picked up the red ring and such. As we get the serenade to the keys for Dr. Blue, the Dr. Blue finds a key for that serenade.
It's not often you see a racer coming up to the White Sword Cave 45 plus minutes in.
Did not have enough hearts. That is what Chad is reminding us of.
Oh, yeah.
Which is definitely a decent reason why you would end up noping at that point in time. Finds out that the Triforce is a few rooms south. That was a ladder blocked Triforce here in this level 2. We see inside of this room, it is a bomb drop, but Dr. Blue knows he's about to get a bomb drop in this next room. So it is pretty much a no need to pick up. Picks up the bombs after dropping the bomb as Ellendar makes his way back to level 6, where the bow was located 1 room in. We have 3 remaining rooms. We see our bait block here in level 2, so we know the bait's not going to be required. 3 rooms remain, 2 items have yet to be seen. That's the first, and that's the biggest, and that's the silvers!
Bunny's blocking both the bow and the silvers today, at least in the second seed.
And now Dr. Blue, because of that, now does not have to go back into level 7. He is on Triforce and Go mode. After picking up that Triforce in 2.
With the 4th Triforces, that's a whole bunch of time you could save if he was otherwise looking for items. So.
Absolutely. Ellendar's probably going to look for the staircase item in level 6. If he comes across it, may choose not to grab it. We will see. 4, 5, 6, and 8 remain for Dr. Blue. 4 we have not seen anything of. It's under Recorder Lake. His next destination is to level 6. That's where Ellendar is, up here on Death Mountain.
Yeah, Ellendar with 8 keys, Dr. Blue only with 2, so those keys might come into play unless we find an any key in here.
Well, we find a heart instead in level 6. That's good news actually for Ellendar, because now you're just searching out the Triforce in this level 6. I think Boletta is saying it perfectly here. Dr. Blue feels like he's on the ropes after dropping that game 1. Feels that he has to go fast. He's got to maybe cut a corner or 3. Because this is an elimination match for Dr. Blue versus Ellendar, who is currently just trying to find out where the silver arrows are, has a game in hand. Probably doesn't want to take this to a game 3, but at least with a game advantage here. If you drop this game, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, he can afford to play a little safe.
Yeah.
In hopes that it just works out in his favor like it did in game 1.
Level 6's Inkblot is kind of a weird take on vanilla level 6. You notice how on the bottom you had that neck that could get yourself bottlenecked.
You know, I once heard the infamous Redbird Grad refer to vanilla 6 as a dolphin, and that shape actually kind of does look like a dolphin.
My condolences to Miami Dolphin fans. Although the way they're getting mangled up this season, that probably is exactly what they look like. So the Triforce level 6 is part of that neck here. A couple of rooms down from where Ellendar is at this point. Ew, it's never good when Zolls end up rolling upwards. Can't kill them with a wand. Just go ahead and take care of these There's the Triforce for Ellendar. Triforce piece number 5. And Dr. Blue is about to find the heart container here. Does not grab it. Dr. Blue did indeed grab the recorder. Left level 7 to grab that before he decided to bail out what actually turned out to be the item room. Wouldn't that be funny if that was the white sword?
No.
It would
Tragic
be for
sounds
us.
more likely. And it might, like the old man said, there's no crying in Zelda. That might lead to some salty tears.
The good news is, in regards to the Zolls, you know that with plus or minus 2 HP, the Silvers are always going to kill them. Ellendar popping back into level 2. Silver Arrows is almost done Ellendar's to-do list here. Knows what he needs to do. Dr. Blue grabs the Triforce out of 6. Now, the big question is, how long does it take for him to get the Triforce in level 5? Because I think that's going to make the big difference on how this match goes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he opts for that second bomb upgrade, which would put him up to 18 total bombs.
I say he does. He's got no other reason to have rupees at this point in time. He's got Red Ring, he's got 10 hearts. A potion might be part of his investment, and in fact, I think I see him going to grab the ladder right now. No, he's not getting the ladder.
How about keys? I haven't noticed any keys in any shops, and I actually haven't noticed any racers purchase any keys during this tournament so far. And with the any key still at large, that might not be a bad idea either. Save some of that money.
That might be a good purchase, yeah.
And it comes down to what's in level 9, bomb holes or key doors.
Heart was the other drop here in this level 2. There's the silvers for Ellendar. Now Ellendar is in Triforce and Go mode.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there is the Triforce for Ellendar. Go ahead and grab that win. We are now 6 Triforces to 5 in favor of Ellendar. Dr. Blue is still running with the regular old school vanilla flute tune. Or the Super Mario Bros. 3 flute tune if you want to use that.
Which game was first? Zelda, right?
That is right. Or maybe he's using the Ocarina of Time thing. I heard that being used by another commentator the other day, and I just had to use it here. Now that we're back in level 8, we know where the Triforce is. It's just the question of how do you get there? And there's some bombs from Dr. Blue.
Yeah, the tune is kind of masked in the Ocarina of Time. It's changed ever so slightly, and it's on the title screen.
Mm-hmm. There's the other bomb upgrade, and Dr. Blue is going to go and purchase it. But unfortunately, they're going in the wrong direction of where the Triforce is. He needs to go to that northeast corner, but he wants to get this room figured out first. Finds out that it's just a key. Is he going to ladder clip his way to that key? Yes, he is.
Yep.
6 keys make it 7.
Yep, both of our runners now at 7 keys.
Make it 8. Ellendar here, slowly making the way up towards the Triforce has not seen the map, so might be making some decisions based on it. We did see the map from Dr. Blue, so that may give him an edge in level 8, knowing exactly the layout of the levels.
I'm pretty sure he's at least seen the map for level 7, so that gives him some idea.
Well, both runners have seen the map to level 7, so definitely for certain that might give Ellendar at least a little bit of an idea. Trying to ladder clip around here. Dr. Blue still on the wrong side of this level 5. Now does get the idea of what he needs to do. The Triforce is going to be in the northeast portion of this level 5. Ellendar does not want to take a transport staircase right in the general area where it needs to go for the Triforce, but goes back into the staircase after trying a couple of bombs. Game number 2. Ellendar with a win will move on to face off either the winner of Antlers versus the winner of the Willard J. Bradley Paranoia match in the round of 32. There's the Triforce for Dr. Blue.
Yeah, both our runners, just 2 to go.
Dr. Blue and Ellendar are tied with the Triforces they have grabbed. Ellendar trying to make his way. There's the white sword in 8.
That's a nice pickup. Let's decrease the number of times we have to hit Ganon, please.
And Dr. Blue going back into this level 8 now. The race is on, friends. Ellendar has a little bit of a advantage as far as placement is concerned, and that white sword will add to that advantage if Dr. Blue does not pick it up. But Dr. Blue does have some execution. We saw that in the last match. Here's the Triforce available for the taking for Ellendar, now up to 7 with level 4 still to go underneath Three-Quarter Lake.
And
this is going to be a fun finish.
At this point, the only thing that they might want to find is that any key, but Ellendar with 10 keys, Dr. Blue with 9 keys. Hopefully, they won't need that any key. But of course, we'll still pick it up if they come across.
Absolutely. Here's Ellendar.
Yeah, I didn't recognize that tune. Sorry, folks.
It's probably some RPG game, some Final Fantasy-esque game, and chat will probably know exactly what that tune is a lot sooner than we do, as Ellendar in this level 4, just wanting to find this Triforce so Ellendar can get into this level 9, and oh, what the heck is that ink blot? And Dr. Blue, I think he just walked away from the staircase. He just walked away from that staircase that has the white sword. He's not going to get the white sword.
We'll see if that comes into play. The white sword, of course, doubling the offensive capability. Dr. Blue is just in go mode.
Ellendar going through the staircase. That is the power bracelet, which has absolutely no use at this point. Might think about dispatching of this room here, because this could be a revert or a corridor staircase room that leads to a drop. Dr. Blue about to go into level 4.
Also gonna pick up his final large secret. I'm sure stocked up for plenty of arrow shots.
Ellendar completing this reverse C. It's not going to be a staircase because we've already seen the staircase. Could have had a drop though. You can't summarize these 2 seeds in a mere 5 words. This here, at least the room drop is right there on the floor. You don't have to worry about dealing with those wish robes, as now we go into this room with the like-likes. Maybe the like-likes will have the item switches on over to the silver arrows because they're a little bit faster than dealing the damage here with the other forms of enemies there. Power bracelet seen there for Dr. Blue. Another bomb drop here, and it's nice seeing these bomb drops before we make our way into level 9. Stay tuned, level 9. It was the Great Equalizer in the first seed. Can it be the Great Equalizer here in game number 2? Not certain what Ellendar is doing in this room. We've already seen the bomb drop in here, so there's really no reason to finish this room off. Dr. Blue is going to go finish off this section of level 4. Now make his way over towards the right now that he sees the map. And this is a case where having the map is a really good thing. And there's no drop in that room for Ellendar because it was a bomb drop to begin with.
Yeah, there's one item dropping or one item stuck on the floor.
It was visible right there on the get-go on the floor. Ellendar trying to finish this room off. Will swallow up a key and make his way over towards the left-hand side. Diagonal block room with a bunch of gels. Can this have a drop? It does. It is the compass. 4 rooms away from getting to the Triforce and having our first runner to go into level 9.
Bum bum bum.
17 bombs for Dr. Blue. And oh, if you thought the Triforce in level 1 was fun, here's the Triforce room of level 4 guarded by 8 more blue Wizrobes.
You called it earlier. They seem to be the theme of the seed.
And there
And then the
is
same
the
type
potion
of
used for
room, too.
Ellendar. Same type of room. Same strategy here. Just bomb them and try to get as much damage you can. White Sword's going to help out with Ellendar to kill off whatever the bombs do not. As Dr. Blue with the Triforce, the compass in hand, now knows what he needs to do to get this Triforce. He has gained a lot of ground on Ellendar on his execution alone as Ellendar completes the Triforce puzzle. And Dr. Blue is about to find out this seed has one more screw you in mind. And probably goes, yipes. Nice bomb right there. That's 16 damage he's doing with those bombs because of how many Wizrobes he's getting hit with those. This is great bombing here from Dr. Blue.
Yeah, all those extra bombs that he had in his inventory really helped him
And
speed that fight up. Just
that fairy-
seconds behind Ellen.
That fairy drop is also beautiful because that fairy drop right there will save him some frames on the return to his health. And he is heading to level 9. Ellendar tried to do a screen scroll over to level 9. Dr. Blue heading towards the level 3 area. Maybe trying to get some bombs here first. Ellendar into level 9, and here we go. Try to listen for the roar of Ganon.
Yeah, that loud piggy squealing makes himself known north, south, east, or west of you.
You never want to see Pole's voice, except for in this case, because we've seen the enemy sets. Pole's voice were not part of that Wizrobe Lionel group, so we know that there are going to be no Wizrobes, no Lionels in this level 9.
Yeah, Ellendar will have to be careful on how he spends some of that money. Doesn't have
Don't
quite
fat
as much
finger.
as Dr. Blue.
Don't fat finger that potion, Ellendar. We
Ooh,
see
Zelda.
Zelda. Zelda has not given us much in the hide and go seek game this go around.
And wow, they're just one room behind.
Yeah. And it's a quick trip to start. Dr. Blue now finds out the information about where Zelda is. The question now is where Ganon is. Who's going to get to Ganon first? Game 2. I think I hear a pig. I do.
Yep.
And Ellendar finds him. Holds up the Triforce.
Wow.
Dr. Blue's the room to the south. Which way is he going to go? Up or down? He's going into the Ganon fight as well.
High five, Ganon fight, get hype.
15 wood swords versus 8 white sword hits.
Oh, that might be the deciding factor.
Dr. Blue trying to get into a stun lock. Gets him into there. Ellendar finishes off with the Ganon fight first. Gets to the blue. Dr.
We
Blue
got
loses
bacon.
the stun lock. Ellendar has finished off with Ganon. 15 wood swords versus 8 white sword hits. Dr. Blue trying to get into a stun lock. Gets to the blue. Dr. Blue loses the stun lock. Ellendar has finished off with Ganon. Ellendar has finished off with Ganon.
And that's it, just a few rooms away, and Ellendar has wrapped this up 2 games in a row.
And
Get your
Ellendar's gonna
GGs ready.
And Ellendar's gonna score the win as Dr. Blue finishes off with the Ganon fight. The door opens up, and Ellendar is your first into round 3.
And wow, 2 in a row, coming down to the end there, seconds ahead, behind on this game too. Great showing from both these runners. Let those
Ellendar,
GGs flood in.
Ellendar first place 105.06. Dr. Blue second place 105.14. 8-second difference.
It doesn't get much closer than that, folks. And as Rick said in the very beginning of the stream, we were in for these types of races, very closely seated together. Let's try to get these folks in here for a post-race interview. And make sure you give them a follow. We wouldn't have these races to watch without these racers racing these races.
Wow, that is amazing. And Chad was correct. It was the Red Wings from Final Fantasy IV for the recorder tune. Let's welcome in. We first have Ellendar. Congratulations. 8 seconds difference.
Wow. There's so many little errors that could have cost me there. Like, I didn't see the start. I started like 10 seconds late. I lost 30 seconds because I forgot to go get the flute after getting the ladder. I was like, and then as soon as 9 was that fast, I'm like, oh man, I probably got this. And it was just apparently really close.
And Dr. Blue is here with us. Ellendar, you checked a staircase in 8. It was the white sword. That was the difference, as both of you were at the Ganon fight at the same time.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah. As if I don't have white sword, so much playing swordless and doing wand cannon, I am terrible at the Sunlock anymore. So I'll take whatever safeties I can get, like actively, like make sure I come in with a potion, look for silver sword, just because, man, if I have to do wood sword cannon, it's sad.
And so I want to say, and I'm going to start with Ellendar first, and then I'll move on to Dr. Blue. Anything you want to say to our friends, the 16 blue Wizrobes that guarded 2 Triforces?
I mean, there's always more Wizrobes. Like, if those Wizrobes guarded something important, it would have been one thing. But like, as long as they're only guarding the Triforce, you can just come back with, bombs and Red Ring and just blow them up. It just really sucks when like one of those groups of red Wizrobes is guarding the Red Ring and another is guarding the Silver Sword. You're like, come on.
Goodness. And what about you, Dr. Blue? Because you guys did a whole lot of blue Wizrobe killing this seed.
Yeah, if like the game could give me some bombs early game, that would have been. I had to keep going in and out of one just to get into one, and then we were rewarded with 3 heart containers.
Yeah.
And the other one was fine because I had like 18 bombs and Red Ring, and that was just a go mode kill.
Yeah. And I'll definitely say that your ability to just get 16 HP damage out of those bombs in that level 4 Wizrobe room was phenomenal there, Dr. Blue. You definitely did close the gap on Ellendar. Ellendar did have a several room gap on you, and you guys got into within like 1 room of each other by the end because of how well you executed that level 4.
I'm happy to hear I was able to catch up because it was a rough time early on, and then level 5 just like gifted you the raft and the Red Ring.
Yeah, in the same room.
Yeah.
So one other question I have for you, Dr. Blue, is that ladder in 7. What made you come back to level 7, first of all?
I needed the ladder. I was blocked in like 3 dungeons based on the ladder indirectly because ladder spot was the recorder. Mm-hmm. So I went back to 7, and if that Dodongo did not eat my bomb, it would have blown the wall up, which would have revealed the bomb upgrade, and then 1 room up.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. we got a little worried about you not being able to get that bomb. Now, here's the other question. After you got that ladder in level 7, you went one room to the north, because that was the transport staircase, that room with the ladder. And then you saw another corridor staircase. What made you choose to say no to that staircase, do an up and A, and go towards the recorder?
I had 2 items to get into, and 2 is a fairly free dungeon. So rather than digging the rest of 7, which is sometimes fairly large, I decided to just bail out of 7 after I got the ladder and check the other 3 dungeons that I had, or that were blocked by the ladder.
Well, little did you know, that would have been the item staircase in 7.
Oh, what was in it?
We don't know. Neither of you got to see what was in that staircase, and it turned out not to be anything significant. Could have been the any key, could have been the red candle, could have been something really unnecessary for the seed. May have been another heart container, because we saw the white sword in level 8.
I would have been mad if that was the. I would have been mad if that was the any key, and I ended up with like 2 keys. Because when I got into go mode, I had like 2 or 3 keys, but then I had double digits by the time I was like late game, so it ended up not mattering.
I was just thinking that perhaps if you'd picked up the any key, you might have taken a completely different route in level 9.
Maybe.
That was an amazingly fast level 9, by the way.
Yeah, I was grateful that was not like the previous seed where
I know.
I had to keep walking back to Ganon, and it was like a 14-room walk or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was an amazingly good level 9 for both of you runners. So at that time when you were level 7, you passed that staircase up. We had yet to see the silvers in level 2, so we were still wondering if that was a possibility of that being the silver. So it turned out not to be. So unfortunately, Dr. Blue, that means your time in this tournament is going to come to an end. Anything you want to say? Any thoughts about the tournament, its structure, anything you want to say as you make your exit?
I thought the format was really great. I personally liked it better than the Swiss formats previously, just because it felt like it moved along a lot more smoothly, a lot more fast, and all the races were starting on time because of the other like pieces we had, like locking the room before the race started and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. And this wasn't for a waste or anything. A couple of things. One, this was my first tournament that I actually participated in, and for 2, all this randomizer playing is going to pass back over into vanilla, where I just need to subtract 1 more second from my time.
Yeah, go get that sub 30, because you definitely showed off a lot of execution during the course of these 2 seeds. It's sorry to see you go, but I'm glad you had at least a good time in this tournament, and it was glad having you.
Yep, it was fun playing. Good games, Ellendar.
Yeah, good games. Good luck on sub 30.
Thanks, and good luck on the rest of the tournament.
So, the Ellendar, the one thing I do want to say is that you're our first opponent here, our first competitor to make it into round 3. Your thoughts, because next up for you will either be Antlers or the winner of the Willard J. Bradley Paranoia. Any thoughts about those possible opponents as we move on in this tournament?
I don't like any of those opponents. Even if I win that match, it's dig shakes on the other side of the bracket. This is a tough section of the bracket, so I don't know. I'll try my best, right? I mean, do what I can, but there's some tough opponents for sure.
I mean, who knows? Anything can happen in these brackets, but that's why they're best of 3s.
For sure.
Yeah, I believe it was Antlers who came in last season kind of as a dark horse, so you never know who can surprise you. Even yourself.
So GG's to both of these runners. Let's hear from the chat. Give your GG's in for both of these runners. The Dr. Blue and Ellendar. Great races. Both of them came down to level 9. Wonderful finishes for both of these runners. Just a great doubleheader we just had here on Speed Gaming 2.
Yep, good games.
All right, that's going to do it for this match here. We got some other things going on in our schedule for today. Coming up in about 15 minutes from now over on twitch.tv/randomania. We got Tom J versus Trails 420. Once again, that's over on Randomania. Begins in about 15 minutes from now. We'll have Board C1R here on Speed Gaming 2 later on today in about 7 hours from now when Homer J Smash takes on I'm a Sock here on Speed Gaming 2. And then our nightcap for tonight will be DM 1184 versus Sparkover. That's over on twitch.tv/speedgaming3. So before we get out of here, special thanks to Boletta, who's doing the clicking behind the scenes for us on both of these games on the doubleheader. Thank you for sticking through with the Discord issues we had in game number 1. And I'm glad we were able to get back here for game 2 because that was really, really exciting August for you.
100,000%. Couldn't agree with you more. Tons of fun and a great race.
All right, so Randomania 1 is live. I'm going to go ahead and send us on over here once we say our goodbyes. So special thanks to everybody who helped out behind the scenes. So we'll see you again. More great races here as we continue on with the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. Don't forget, Speed Gaming Live coming up in just 4 weeks. Going to be a lot of fun down in Herndon, Virginia. Got a Z1R tournament going on over there for a lot of great cash and prizes there. Over $600 in the pool, thanks to some great generosity here. Jam Evil, amongst others. That's going to be a lot of fun to see down in Herndon, Virginia. I'm stoked for it. Get your tickets right now. speedgaming.org/SG Live. So for the rest of the crew, I'm Adirondack Rick, August 40th. You send us on out of here. Thanks for joining us here for a great Z1R match here on Speed Gaming 2.
Dip, dip, dip. That's all, folks.